Hey guys, it's me. I'm gonna do a get ready with me video. So I'm gonna start with the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer, and I'm just gonna put that all over my face. I'm just gonna kind of lightly rub it in where I have a lot of my bigger pores, and that's it. And then I'm going to take my Real Techniques sponge and L'Oreal True Match foundation in the color W6, and I'm just going to put that all over my face, and when I'm done doing that, I'll be right back. When you're putting foundation on, don't forget to bring it down your neck. No, I applied most of it off camera because I'm sure you guys know how to apply foundation. And I'm recording with my phone again, and I'm recording sideways, so we'll see how this turns out on YouTube. And then I'm going to take my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer in the color Light and put that on, and I'll show you guys how to apply that. I just dropped my mascara. Okay, so I just take and apply right underneath my eye like that. I take a really thin strip and apply it down my nose, and then I apply that like this and a little dot on my chin, and that's pretty much all the concealer I've been applying. And then I'm just gonna take and blend that in with my sponge, and I will be right back when I'm done doing that. I'm going to take my Airspun loose face powder in the color Naturally Neutral and my e.l.f. blush brush, and I'm trying not to look down so I could prevent creasing. And I'm just going to take some of that and set my under eye concealer. I'm not really baking, but I am applying a lot of it and just kind of packing that on right on top of my concealer, and then I'm going to put some on my top lid as well. I do this every time, and when I feel like that's all nicely packed on there, I just kind of brush it away. And then I go in with my NYX highlight and contour palette, and I take the yellow shade, and I'm going to do the same thing because I really love this shade, especially with if you have it just helps cancel out and makes you look more awake. And it's better than using white. And I'm going to bring that yellow shade all the way up my top of my cheekbone. And I'm really packing this product onto my brush. And then I'm going to take a little of that yellow powder, and I'm going to bring it down the bridge of my nose with my finger, just kind of setting that highlight. And then I'm going to set the highlight on my forehead with that yellow powder as well, and my chin. And then I'm going to set the rest of my face with my BH Studio Pro Powder, and this is in the shade 230, and it kind of looks like MAC's Studio Fix Plus or whatever. I don't even know what it's called, but it's like the MAC powder. And I'm just going to take with a Real Techniques brush and press this into my skin. I'm not really rubbing my brush because when you're powdering and you're trying to set your foundation, you want to push the powder right on top of the foundation so that you're not rubbing off any of the product. So I'm going to finish doing that all over everywhere I put foundation on. I'll be right back. Okay, now that I have my face set, I'm going to take this bronzing shade right here underneath this highlighting sparkly white powder, and I'm going to apply this everywhere where I usually bronze up my face, just to kind of get some color back into my skin so I don't look so one shade. I want to look as tan as the rest of my body, and so I'm just going to apply this on the tops of my forehead, my temple area, down the sides of the rest of my temple. And I'm just going to try to tap this. This is the e.l.f. Kabuki face brush, by the way. I like the way it applies bronzer, so. And I'm just kind of pushing that bronzer like above the indent of my cheekbone and kind of using it as a transition shade for my contour shade. Then I'm going to go in with my powder brush and I'm just going to kind of smooth out those edges so that the bronzer kind of blends into the rest of my face powder seamlessly. And then I'm going to take this grayer brown shade right here, and I'm going to take the e.l.f. angled blush brush and I'm going to apply this to the hollows of my cheeks and contour my face a little more. I'm using this corner and I'm kind of getting the product on there, and then I turn my brush this way and I'm just going to start brushing upward. Go in circles, always going up though, never down. You don't want to bring your contour shade too low. And just make sure that you're blending it out really well. And yeah, I'll be right back. Then I just kind of go over that and kind of just press my powder brush over it just to kind of make sure everything's blended. You don't want any like harsh lines on your face. You don't want to be looking all cray. Then I'm going to take Milani's blush and the color Luminoso, and I'm going to take my Real Techniques blush brush and I'm going to put this on the apples of my cheeks and kind of work it back. I like how this blush has like a built-in kind of luminosity, obviously. Luminoso has some sparkle in it, some highlight, and it makes you look a little more tan, especially when you use it like on top of bronzer. So that's kind of why I used the bronzer and brought it up a little bit, and it mixed with bronzer just looks so pretty. And I'm just going to blend this out. I'm going to go over it with my powder brush, and when I apply my highlight, I'll be right back again. So now I'm going to take my Becca highlight in the color Opal, and I'm going to take the e.l.f. small stipple brush, and I'm going to apply this to the corners of my face because I'm a little oily, so I don't want to really apply it too much in my T-zone because that's where a lot of my oiliness is. So I'm just going to apply this on the tops of my cheekbones and kind of around my eye. And plus that Luminoso has a lot of like sparkle in it already, so. And once I get that on, I'm just going to kind of lightly go over it with my powder brush to kind of make sure. And then I'm going to set my face with the Urban Decay De-Slick Makeup Setting Spray. I'm going to do my brows and I'll be right back. Okay, so I did my brows and I decided to do one eye, and I'll show you guys how to do the other eye. So this is the look I came up with. Very pigmented green, like smoked out eye, like brown smoked out. So I'm going to take my Morphe brushes, and this is the Jaclyn Hill's Favorite palette, and I really love this orange shade right here for a transition shade. I'm going to use my BH Cosmetics blending brush. They sell these in singles, I believe, on the site. I don't think they have very many like blending brushes. But yeah, this is the one I'm going to use. So I'm just going to put this all over in my crease. and kind of keeping this like in a circular shape. I'm not really bringing it out too far out here. I want to keep it very circular, so I'm just gonna put this orange shade all over from the inner to the outer corners, really working it in there. And I'm just going to keep building up that color to my liking. And I have a whole lot of lid space to play with, so I bring my transition shades up pretty high. And I'm not really being too clean with this. Oh, there we go. And then I'm going to take, this is a Smashbox brush, and I'm going to take a Makeup Geek color. And this is the color Cocoa Bear, right here. And it's just a really rich brown shade. So I'm going to take that with a little bit of a smaller blending brush. I believe this brush came in the first Smashbox palette, and I really like it for blending. It's not a bad brush. But yeah, I'm just going to put this right above my crease and kind of keep it below the transition shade. But I really want to build up this rich brown color, and that orange kind of transition shade really like makes this color stand out. So I really like it. And I'm just going to really build that up, working it into my crease. Sorry, I totally forget, like I'm out of frame. Like, get in frame, woman. Okay, sorry guys. I'm like looking right down at my mirror trying to get comfortable, and I forget that I'm filming. Yeah, you're just talking to yourself, Nicole. Okay, so I'm going to take the color Tattoo. This is one of the 24-hour ones, and this is the color Edgy Emerald. It looks like this. And I'm going to put this all over on my lid. And it's just going to help those greens really pop out, and it's a really good, the color tattoos are really good for base, like for bases. So yeah, I really like them. I'm just kind of putting it all over my lid, all the way to where my natural crease is. So where my eye folds. And then I'm going to take the Jaclyn Hill Favorites palette, again, the Morphe one, and I'm going to take this green color. And I'm going to pop this right on top of this color Tattoo and just pack it on there. And there we go. And then I'm going to take one of the Makeup Geek shadows. I'm going to blend out this brown real quick. I seen online when I was looking down. Then I'm going to take this brown and kind of just blend that line so it doesn't look so harsh. Blend that brown into that green. And make sure everything's blended. You don't want nothing to look crazy. And then I'm going to take another Makeup Geek shadow. This is a foiled shadow, and this is the color Fantasy. It's a really pretty light green shimmery shade. And I'm going to pop this in the center of the eye. So right above my pupil. And I'm just going to kind of take one of my fingers that has no product on it and kind of blend this into the other green. So it looks like that. It just makes the center of the lid pop a little bit more, and I really like the way it looks. Then I'm going to take this e.l.f. contour brush. I like smoking out my lower lash line. I'm going to take Cocoa Bear, and I'm going to smudge out my lower lash line. I'm going to take it from the outer corner all the way into the inner corner. I'm really smoking that bottom lash line out. I'm going to take this brush and just kind of go over the edges. There's no product on that brush too. And then I'm going to take the Rimmel Scandalized Nude Pencil, and I'm going to put this in my waterline. Hold on. I want to stay in focus for you guys, or stay in whatever. And there we go. And then I'm going to take a little tiny, this is a Eco Tools smudge brush, I believe, and I like using this to highlight. I'm going to take this shimmery shade right here. It's kind of a yellow toned, like champagne color. It has a little bit of sparkle. And I'm going to put this in my inner corner to kind of make that pop. And I'm going to bring it up like this because that's where my dark circles usually are, is like right in this inner corner, and they kind of like go up like this. And I just kind of put the highlight there to kind of cancel out that dark circle. And then I'm going to curl my lashes. I'm going to put Smashbox Full Exposure on my bottom lashes, and I'm going to put the Lash Blast Volume Waterproof Mascara in the color Black on my top lashes, one coat. And then I'm going to be taking Salon Perfect, where are they? Demi Wispies on, and I will return. Okay guys, so this is the finished eye look. I really like this eye. It makes my green eyes pop even more, I think. So I'm gonna come closer so you can see. Yeah. I like how the middle, kind of like the foiled shadow on top of that dark green forest color, kind of makes it pop. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you guys want to see next. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.